if we're looking to release some nerve tension in your arm, and we've done a nerve tension test for you, what we might find is that we need to get some more mobility of that nerve. Nerves don't really stretch out very much, but they do move through significant pathways, and they can get adhered and restricted in those pathways. So we want to move that nerve side to side and back and forth to make sure that those pathways are nice and clean. So the way we would test that, if we were looking at your right arm, is that we're going to bring our arm out to the side, we're going to have our palm facing forward, and we're going to pull our fingertips back, right? Now I have a little bit of tension in my arm here. Now is that muscle tension or is that nerve tension? We can tell by changing our head position. If I bring my head to the opposite side, and that increases tension, well, I didn't change my muscle length at all, but I changed my nerve length, right? Think about my nerve coming from my brain down my arm, right? So if that gives me more tension, then I'm positive for a nerve tension test. So if I'm here, I'm on full tension, but I bring my head back to the middle and that relieves it, right? Or I can be here on full tension, and if I move my wrist forward, that relieves it, right? So depending on if I'm putting it on full tension or not full tension, I have symptoms or I have relief. So what we're gonna do is think about our head and our hand being on a string together. So I don't wanna be side bent away and fingertips back at the same time. I want one or the other. So right now I'm gonna bring my head back to this side. So I'm tensioning at my wrist. And then as I tension at my neck, I'm releasing at my wrist. Tensioning my wrist, releasing my neck, tensioning my neck, releasing my wrist. So as I move to the side, I bring my fingertips back. As I move away, my fingertips come forward. And I'm just gonna move back and forth like that, which if you're doing it correctly, should not be highly symptomatic. If you go into both positions at one time, that's gonna be symptomatic, right? But if you're doing it back and forth, then we know that that nerve is gliding from one end to the other, and it's freeing up that pathway, which gives you some relief of those nerve symptoms in your arm.